Hi everyone, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I'm going to be doing a new kind of a video here. I've never done this before, but I'm going to be talking about my beauty trash. So I've kept some of my empties, some of my things that have ran out, and I'm going to be talking you through whether or not I'm going to be repurchasing those products now that I have run out. So I have everything separated by category, and I'm going to be starting with skincare. So the first thing that I have is this dual action moisturizer by Clean & Clear. I have gone through so many of these. I've probably repurchased this moisturizer like 10 times maybe, at least. I really like this for oily skin because it does have salicylic acid in it, which is an oil soluble acid, just meaning that it works well with oils. So if you have oily skin, it's going to work well with oily skin. Plus it helps with acne prone skin, and a lot of times when you have oily skin, you do have more acne prone skin. Something else that I really love about this product is that it's super lightweight and it absorbs into your skin really quickly, so it's really nice to put on under makeup. If you have more dry skin, the salicylic acid could dry out your skin a little bit more, and it might not be heavyweight enough or moisturizing enough for you. Another moisturizer that I really love and have bought multiples of is this Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer by First Aid Beauty. This is non-comedogenic, it's safe for sensitive skin, and it's a little bit more heavy than the Clean & Clear moisturizer. So this one is really great for that like normal to dry skin range, but it's also lightweight enough to wear underneath makeup. So I found that it's just a perfect daytime moisturizer. But if you have really oily skin, this could be a nice nighttime moisturizer for you too, especially if you have a harder time with those really heavy moisturizers. This one would be heavy enough that you could wear at nighttime. It's super nice. I love the way this feels on my skin. A cleanser that I have really enjoyed and repurchased is the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. It's a face and body cleanser, and it says it's a mild, non-irritating formula, which I find to be true. This is very, very gentle. It's super convenient to travel with. Usually when I do travel, I grab one of these from the travel section over in the beauty department of any drugstore, and I use this as a face and body wash. Something that I love about this is that after I'm done washing my face, my skin does not feel dry, it doesn't feel tight. It feels like it's really cleaned my skin, but it hasn't stripped away all the good oils. It's just a really ideal cleanser for all skin types, and I love it. I've repurchased it multiple times. Since we're talking about cleansers, I have some makeup remover wipes here that I want to talk about pretty quickly. I definitely recommend using like a micellar water or an oil cleanser or something to remove your makeup before you wash your face. But there are definitely those days when I just have the energy to grab a makeup removing wipe to remove my makeup. These ones are the Burt's Bees Cucumber and Sage Facial Cleansing Towelettes. It's for normal to dry skin. I do not like these. These burned my eyes and my skin like, oh, so bad. They also just made my skin feel really dry after I was done removing my makeup, so I'm not a huge fan of these. The burning sensation around my eye area, and I'm not like going in my eye, I'm going around my eye area, and it was like an intense burning sensation for several minutes. So unfortunately, I will not be repurchasing these. Another wipe that I have used recently is the Up & Up, which is the Target brand exfoliating wet cleansing towelettes. So these are supposed to remove your makeup but also exfoliate, and because of that I felt like it did dry out my skin a little bit. I did repurchase these and go through 2 packages of them, so I don't dislike them, but I don't necessarily love them. I just don't love the feeling of when certain products dry my skin out. Even though when I'm done removing my makeup and washing my face, I am going in with like my moisturizers and my serums, I still just prefer something that's a little bit more moisturizing. So I'm probably not going to repurchase these ones, but I didn't necessarily dislike them either. And then I have the e.l.f. Makeup Remover Cleansing Cloths. What I don't like about these is how scented they are. They're very perfumey, very scented, and I tend to have sensitive skin. So I just don't love these. I think there's kind of a trend here with me not liking makeup removing wipes, which again, I don't really recommend using makeup removing wipes, you know. especially not on a daily basis because it is going to dry out your skin. But for those times when you just need a makeup removing wipe, this one isn't bad. I don't feel like it dried out my skin. I just wish they weren't scented. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Something that I have repurchased several times and continue to just love so much is the Pixi Skin Treats Glow Tonic. This is an exfoliating toner with glycolic acid. I love that this has aloe vera in it. I love that it's alcohol free, which you should not be using a toner if it has alcohol in it. Let's be clear. I use this twice a day. I use it in the morning and I use it at night, and it has absolutely changed my skin. I've gone through so many of these. I'm about to run out of my current one. My skin just feels so well taken care of after I use this. It doesn't strip my face. I don't get that tight, uncomfortable feeling. It's very hydrating. And then that glycolic acid is actually exfoliating my skin. It's resurfacing. I used to have all kinds of like just random texture on the sides of my nose, under my eyes, and on my chin. And since I've been using this for several months, all of that is just gone. It has totally cleared up. My skin is just so smooth. I just love this stuff. I cannot go a day without it. Another exfoliator that I bought this because it was buy one get one free, or like buy one get one 50% off. Anyway, it was super cheap. This is the St. Ives Blemish Control Apricot Scrub. This thing has been around forever. So many people use it, and I have to say that I was so disappointed in this product. It's one of those like oil-free salicylic acne medication exfoliators. I've definitely moved away from using the exfoliating scrubs and am now using the exfoliating acids because I just find the scrubs to be so harsh. This dried out my skin so bad, and it just tore up my skin. It was so rough, and I was using such gentle pressure with this, and I still just feel like it was killing my skin. The thing that I don't understand about this is that when you look at the back, the directions say to use 1 to 3 times daily, but it also says that like on this exfoliation factor scale that this is a deep exfoliator. This is so harsh and so rough. I wouldn't even use this once a week, let alone 3 times daily. The only thing that I use this for now is to exfoliate my feet. I think it goes without saying, but I will not be repurchasing this. I didn't actually have an empty of this. I have gone through several of these, but I just forgot to save an empty. This is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. This is the waterproof. They have a regular one that comes with like a pink cap. I use this to remove my eye makeup because I do wear waterproof mascara, and this makes removing my eye makeup so easy. I also use this on a cotton pad to remove the rest of my makeup. This is much more gentle to use than a makeup removing wipe. It's oil-free, it's alcohol-free, it's fragrance-free. This is also non-comedogenic, so you don't have to worry about it clogging your pores or anything like that. I love this stuff. I love it. Kind of related to skincare, these are the Meyer cotton squares. If you don't live in the Midwest, then you don't know what a Meyer is, but you know, you could probably get these in a Walmart brand or a Walgreens brand. These are just little cotton squares. I wish I had one to show you. I have a dirty one. I use them with my micellar water. I soak my cotton square, hold it on my eye, remove my eye makeup. It's so easy. What I like about these is that they're larger than like the round ones that you buy, and for whatever reason they're cheaper and you get more in a package, so I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this. This is the first one that I've gone all the way through, but it's on my list to go and repurchase. I have another Pixi by Petra product. This is the Hydrating Milky Mist. What I love about this is that it has hyaluronic acid in it. Hyaluronic acid is just a very hydrating, moisturizing acid. If you let it sit on your skin, it's really gonna plump up your skin. I like to use this in the morning, like before I put makeup on. Even if I'm not wearing makeup, I will spritz this on after I use my toner, but before I put on my moisturizer. You can use this all day long, even on top of your makeup if you just need like a burst of hydration. This is the first one that I've gone through completely, but I will be repurchasing it. Something that I have absolutely been loving on my lips is the Aquaphor Healing Ointment Advanced Therapy Skin Protectant. It's a long name. They actually have a lip balm version of this, which I have used, but I do not recommend because it has beeswax in it, and that actually will start to build up on your lips, and that's what causes those big, like, chunky, flaky pieces to come off of your lips. This one is like the original healing ointment. This is like when you get a tattoo and they tell you to buy this and put it on your tattoo. This is what you use. This is just a travel version of that. But I'm obsessed with this. I put this on my lips all day long. I put a heavy coat of this on my lips before I go to bed. And in the morning, my lips are so plump. They're so hydrated. Since I have started using this, my lips are never chapped, they're never cracked, they're never irritated. They just look so moisturized and so plump all the time. I'm addicted to this stuff. Totally 100% addicted. Okay, skincare stuff is out of the way. I have some random beauty products that I want to talk about really quickly before I move on to makeup. The first one is this dry shampoo by Suave. There's no special name to it or anything. It's just Suave Professional's dry shampoo. I've gone through a couple of these and I really like these. If you have darker hair, you might not like this because it does leave that kind of powdery color to it. But I like this because it works. Like it just works. It absorbs the oil. It does a great job. Recently though, I did buy a Batiste one that I think I like better than this one. So even though I have repurchased this in the past and I do like it, I probably am not going to be repurchasing it just because I prefer the Batiste one more than this one. I think it's the scent. I like the Batiste scent better. I also like the sprayer on the Batiste one a little bit better. It's a little more intense. I don't know, I feel like it covers more area quicker. But I still think this one is good, and if I didn't have the Batiste one, I would repurchase this one. Another random beauty product that I don't have the empty of. I know I saved it, I just can't find it anywhere, but this is the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Top Coat. If you paint your own nails at home, this is an absolute must-have. I have kids, little kids, and this just saves me from smudged nails every time. So how you use this is that you just apply your nail color and you let it dry for 2 minutes, and then you go over top of it with this, and your nail polish instantly dries. It's amazing. It has saved me so many times from messed up nails. We're gonna move on to makeup or makeup related products, and I'm gonna try to go fast. I feel like this video is gonna be 25 minutes long, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. The first thing that I have here is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I've probably bought 20 of these over the last few years. You can see that this one is old and ripped up and it's trash. This one's trash. For a super long time, this was my absolute go-to beauty sponge. However, they changed this sponge. Either that or it's like inconsistent. There's something about this sponge that sometimes when I buy it, it's like so soft, it's so squishy. When you wet it down, it like grows to 3 times its size, you know? But then other times when I buy it, it's hard. It doesn't get bigger when you fill it with water. It just doesn't blend as nicely. So I just feel like it's inconsistent, and I never know now if I'm gonna be getting a good sponge or a bad sponge. So I don't know what's up with that Real Techniques. Like, why can't you just make the same sponge? I mean, literally the packaging is exactly the same. You think you're buying the exact same sponge, but as soon as you take it out of the package, like I can tell immediately that it's not the same. So I haven't repurchased this one in a while. A concealer that I absolutely love and keep going back to is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Unfortunately, I like eked out the very last bit of it today. But I've really been struggling with like super dry under eye lately, and so many of the concealers that I have just accentuate the dryness. If I put any powder under my eyes, they just look so crepey and creasy, and I just find myself always coming back to the MAC Pro Longwear. I can wear it on days like today where I don't have any foundation on. I just have concealer under my eyes and a little bit around my nose, and it works. It blends out beautifully even if you don't wear foundation. It's beautiful on top of foundation. I use this as an eyeshadow primer, and one of my favorite things about this concealer is that it has a pump, which is like so revolutionary. Why don't all concealers have a pump? It's so much more sanitary than putting a wand on your face. So I always have this in my makeup kit as well to use on clients because it's so sanitary. It's so versatile. It's virtually creaseless under the eyes. I love this concealer. Another concealer that I find myself repurchasing over and over and over again is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This one is just so hydrating, so it's perfect for normal to dry skin. And they just expanded their color range on this, which is awesome because the color Fair, which was their lightest shade, was actually too dark for me in the winter, and so I couldn't wear it. But they just came out with a new shade called Ivory, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm excited to go pick up because I think it's going to be light enough for me. And then they also extended the deeper shade range, so there's a lot more options for all skin tones. Plus, this concealer is super affordable and it has a nice medium coverage. A primer that I have repurchased probably 10 times is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. This is just such a versatile primer. I will wear it on days when I am not wearing any foundation, just to give my skin a little bit of life and a little bit of radiance. I use this underneath foundation if I want just a little extra glow. I like that this has kind of like a nice tacky feeling. I feel like foundation sticks to it really well and it helps your foundation to last longer. I also like to use this as a mixer, like if I want to sheer out a foundation a little bit or just add a little bit more radiance to a foundation, I'll just add a pump of this to whatever foundation that I'm using, and it just gives such a beautiful skin-like finish to the foundation. You can also use this as like a highlighter. I like to use it as a base for a highlighter, so you can put it on top of foundation and just kind of tap it on the high points of your face, and you could leave it at that, or you could kind of let that dry down a little bit and then put a powder highlighter on top of it, and it's just going to make whatever powder highlighter you're already using pop even more. I've got two eyeliners here. One is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte eyeliner, and the other is the Revlon Color Stay eyeliner. The L'Oreal Matte one I bought when I ran out of my Revlon Color Stay, thinking that it would be like pretty much the same thing, but it is not. It's supposed to be like a super long wearing eyeliner, but I found it to kind of bleed and not be super long lasting, so I'm probably not going to be repurchasing this one. However, the Revlon Color Stay is like one of my all-time favorite eyeliners. I like that it's a twist-up eyeliner. I like that it comes with a pencil sharpener. I also like that it comes with like a smudger. So you could just put a little bit of this like rubbed into your lash line and then go over it with the smudger to kind of give that smoky feel. This stuff is super long wearing, it's very matte, it's very black, and it stays in place all day. Another eyeliner product that I have used up and repurchased is the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. Whatever's left in there is completely dried up. But this is a really, really affordable eyeliner and it's so good. I use this on all my clients. I use this on myself. It's waterproof, it's 24-hour wear, and it's super black. And the formula of it is really nice. It just glides on so nicely. It dries down completely. It's smudge proof, it's transfer proof. I love this stuff. I will repurchase it till the end of time, unless I find something better. An eyebrow pencil that I have repurchased over and over and over again is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is about half the price as the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I find it to be just as good. The only thing that I don't like about this pencil is that I feel like you go through the product really, really quickly, which is probably why I've repurchased it so many times. It just seems like there's not a whole lot of product in here, but I find that to be true of a lot of eyebrow pencils. And it doesn't matter what eyebrow pencil I use. I usually have to set it with a powder anyway to get it to last all day. But I like to repurchase this one because it's really easy to use, it's affordable, and I love the color range that they have for these. Another eyebrow product that I've used up is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This one is like completely dried out now, but what I like about this product is the undertone of this. It's got that really nice, like ashy, almost gray undertone, which I just find really works well for me. This can be a little bit intense though, like if you're really into the natural eyebrow look and more subtle eyebrow look, you might have a hard time achieving that with this product. This is really intense, it's really pigmented. It can be a little bit difficult to work with. I swore up and down that when I ran out of this, I was gonna buy another one, but it's probably been like 6 months since this like ran out, dried up, and I haven't repurchased it. So I don't know, I find that to be interesting. It is on the pricier side. I haven't repurchased it. That doesn't mean that I won't repurchase it, but I've just really been into their powder products as opposed to the dip brow. Lately I'm into the more natural eyebrow look, and I find that I can achieve that with a powder much easier than I can the pomade. Two mascaras that I find myself repurchasing over and over and over again is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Waterproof Mascara. I love the silicone applicator on this. I love that it keeps my lashes curled all day long, and I love that it's super affordable. The other one is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. I definitely prefer this one to the CoverGirl one, but it's much more expensive. I like to wear this one on its own more than I would wear this one on its own. I really like to use this one if I'm going to be wearing false lashes. This does add a lot of volume and thickness to my lashes, and it keeps them curled really, really well, but it doesn't necessarily add a lot of length to my lashes, whereas I feel like this one, if I'm just wearing mascara and not falsies, I get that volume, that fullness, and the length from it. And of course it holds the curl in my lashes, which is a big deal. That's why I use waterproof mascara, because my lashes are stick straight and I have to curl them really well, and waterproof mascara is the only thing that keeps that curl all day. The lashes that I have found myself repurchasing over and over again, they're the ones that I'm wearing today, are the Kiss number 11 lashes. Obviously this is an empty case, there's no lashes on there. But if you love false lashes, especially ones that kind of flare out on the edges, these ones are just so good. They're so wispy and fluffy. They look so natural, yet they give you just like that hint of glam. These are like an exact dupe for the Ardell Demi Wispies, except I like these ones better, and they're cheaper. And when you buy them in a multi-pack like this, you actually get one extra pair, as opposed to the Ardell ones, you only get 4 pair. So I've been repurchasing these a lot. I've been using them on my clients as well as myself. The lash glue that I have repurchased several times, I think I'm on my 5th bottle of this. This is the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive, and it's the black glue. This glue is just so good. Your lashes are not going to come off when you wear this glue. I used to use the Duo adhesive, but I just find that like the inner corners of my lashes were always popping off, and I always had to keep glue with me in my purse and tweezers just in case my lashes popped off. But with this glue, I never have to carry glue with me. They just don't budge. Something else that I love about this glue is that it has a brush applicator, which I prefer a million times over the squeeze tube. This is just way less messy and much faster to use. Some eyeshadows that I am like almost out of. They're there. This one especially are two Makeup Geek single eyeshadows. This is Creme Brulee and Peach Smoothie. These are just like the perfect transition shades. I feel like these colors just work with almost any eye look, and I'm going to be repurchasing both of these very, very soon because they are at the very end of their life. And Makeup Geek eyeshadows are so high quality at such an affordable price. You do have to purchase them online, but they are so worth it. A lip liner that I've repurchased over and over again is the NYX lip liner in the color Natural. I just find that it's such a universal, flattering color. It pairs well with almost any lip color that you put over it. And of course, it's affordable, so I love it. The last two products that I'm going to talk about are setting sprays. The first one is the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. They also have a dewy one that I like equally as much. They're just really good setting sprays. They do what they say they're going to do. This one mattifies. The dewy one does give you a more dewy look. It makes your powders melt into your skin. It makes your makeup last longer. The next one is the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. I've gone through 3 or 4 of the full-size ones. I have a little bit left in my travel size one here. This is like super glue for your makeup. It's a setting spray that's just going to cause your makeup to last all day long. I love using this on clients because it's like insurance for your foundation. It's gonna last all day. Plus they have these like wonderful scents that aren't too overpowering. They have like cucumber, they have grapefruit. They're just really nice, subtle scents. And I will continue to repurchase these forever. So that is it for my Empties video. You guys will have to let me know. Do you like these videos? Do you like seeing what makeup I've gone through, whether or not I'm going to be repurchasing it? I'm very interested to know. And if you've stuck with me for this long and you've made it to the end of this video, comment down below what is your ride or die product that you repurchase over and over and over again, no matter what. I'd love to know if there's any products that I should be checking out or maybe that I'm not aware of that you absolutely love. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and as always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye. The neighbor's dog is barking. Shut up, Ozzy.